Palmetto State Armory PSAK47 Generation 2, 4,000 rounds behind us. But let's start from the beginning. So what we added today, for the first time, we put the chronograph on the rifle, and guys, you can see hopefully the footage right now scrolling in front of your eyes. 10 shots, and you can see the spread between the shots in the feet per second data. Average, I think, if I calculated this quickly, was 2,315 feet per second. This is from Wolf full metal jacket ammo, but the spread is just absolutely unbelievable. So this is something what is kicking your ass at the extended range, because you see they are very underpowered rounds, and then you got rounds which are shooting well over 2,300, and it's all over the place. So this is going to punish you when you use that type of the ammo at the extended ranges, where that inconsistency absolutely kicks your ass. But speaking about that, we took the rifle today quickly at the 100 yards, unloaded the 5 rounds on the target, absolutely no challenges with that 3x annihilator combo from us. Link is in the description, guys. This is a great value for the AKs in the 7.62 by 39. But then we took it to the 200 yards, again 5 quick shots, absolutely no challenge hitting the target, and then we took it to the 300 yards, and I think I had the one miss. I'm not sure. I'll have to I'll know when I will go back home and check on the footage, but it was my fault, not that much of the rifle. Speaking about the accuracy, we will take this rifle in the last 1,000 rounds, and we'll put it back again on the paper, and we'll see at the end of the 5,000 rounds. I want to see what impact, if any, on accuracy was done after all that torturing drops and everything, and we'll see what is happening to that barrel. But that's pretty much it from the new additions. So you got some data right now on the barrel, and you see what this barrel can do as far as the feet per second. The chronograph was 10 feet away from the muzzle. So that's for those who like that kind of data. So this is the data for the barrel right now. Let's see and what we got inside the rifle, what's happening, right? I did a lot of dumps today. And I will tell you, I had one malfunction on the dumps, and that happened when I was dumping the magazine from prone, and it was a failure to feed. The round was jammed in the magazine and it didn't move forward. So I think it's a problem of the magazine, surplus magazine, but it was a malfunction. It was documented, and I'm telling you, that was the only problem today with malfunctions on this rifle. All right. Let's check the recoil spring. As always, there is nothing on the recoil spring. I mean, these things, if something's happening on the recoil spring, then the company shouldn't be making the rifles, I think. Let's pull out the bolt carrier and bolt. And this thing is still hot, guys. I'm wearing gloves, not because I want to look cool. Of course I want to look cool, but mainly to still, shield myself from the heat, because this thing is really hot. I'll remove the bolt from for now, and I will just look what's happening inside the bolt carrier. Okay, so we were talking about the deformation of the tail of the bolt, and as you can see, there is not that much really. Whatever happened, I think it happened after 3,000 rounds. That was the biggest impact. It's not progressing that much, and this is not going to affect the whole system. At least I don't think so. We'll see. We still got the 1,000 rounds to go. This is I think growing a little bit bigger, and this is probably the corresponding mark on the trunnion on here, and hopefully you can see the nice pictures. But basically what's happening, this is a bolt carrier is going way too forward and it's hitting that piece of the trunnion. So this is something to continue to watch. We'll see how this is going to end up. We'll see at the end of this episode, guys. As always, I will do the head spacing check, so stay tuned and we'll see what is happening. Inside the channel I see absolutely nothing, no deformations, no nothing. And the cutouts for rails on the bolt carrier are looking good. The rivet for the piston stays perfectly put. There is that slight wobble on the piston, and the piston head is looking good. Let me check if we have any deformations on the piston head, and we do not. So the whole bolt carrier and the piston are looking very good. And as always, let's go and have a look right now on the bolt. All right, this looks like maybe a freshly eat up metal. I don't know, you should see the pictures, you can make up your own mind, but that's up front. I'm just saying this only because you can clearly see that the dirt was taken out from here. And that's the front, all is looking good. Ejecting claw, the rifle is producing a beautiful and steady pattern of ejections. Nothing is happening really on it. And how are we looking on the locking locks? Is it still nice flat? Everything is flat and there's no digging, no nothing. Here's a little bit on this, like I'll take a picture, I clean up this, and you should see this part and judge by yourself what's happening on it, okay? Surface of the bolt here is all good and the bottom is looking good. The rear end is perfectly fine, there is no deformations on the rear end. And how is that firing pin? Remember guys, we said that the firing pin was flattened out a little bit on one side, and yeah, it is still flattened out. Of course it didn't grow on us, it's metal, once it's gone, but I don't think it's progressing, and the firing pin is still shooting, so we'll see. But definitely keep an eye on the firing pin on those. So now, that being said, let's have a look inside the trunnion and what's happening. So as I noted, there's the mark from the bolt carrier on this, but how are we looking in the places where this thing is interfering with the bolt? Let me touch it. No, it's absolutely perfect, no sharp edges. And on this side, this is looking good too, guys. So this is good, this is all good. How are we looking at the bottom? Bottom is perfectly fine and smooth. All right, I don't see anything here. The trigger hammer is doing great. Nothing is happening inside the rear trunnion. Rear trunnion is there is like a, now it's a mark, guys. I think I said at the beginning that we'll see what's happening, but this is, yeah, this is from the tail of the bolt carrier for sure. So there is a corresponding mark now on the trunnion and I can feel it. So there is some, you know, metal against metal action, and I will take a picture. You should see it with your own eyes what's happening here. There's nothing wrong, you know, with it yet, anything, but that happened. So rail, how's the rail holding up? Rail is holding up good. The rivets, that one rivet on the rear trunnion, it's kind of, I don't know, I'll take a picture, you guys can see it. I think I can see a little bit of the light here, and that's, you know, that's, I don't think I have seen that before. Rivets here are looking good. Yeah, that the only one I can think I see a little bit light coming from my right side now will be that rivet. Again, you can judge by yourself. How we're looking on the trigger guard. This is looking good. This is looking perfectly fine. All right, let's remove the gas tube, and this is the Kyber Customs rail, the gas tube cover. It rattles, guys, but this is how it should. This simulates that, you know, the Kyber type weapons mismatch, complete mismatch of parts, and this looks like a cool apocalyptic thing. I really like what those guys from the Kyber Customs do for those gas tubes, but the gas tube alone is looking great, and inside the gas tube I don't see anything bad as well. Front of the gas tube is looking good. All right, gas tube can walk away. How we are looking on here the rear side post all good. Let me check if there is no cracks or nothing on the slider. Nope, all is looking good. Gas block inside is looking good as well. And there is guys, there is some rust coming out from the pin on the gas block, and I think it's a rust because last weekend I took that rifle. I was teaching a class in Tennessee. We had a lot of rain, so that rifle stayed in the rain all the time. I didn't clean it, of course, but it had some extra mileage on the rounds count as well, but you know, that's okay. I think it can handle, but there's definitely a rust coming out from underneath of that pin. How are we looking on the front post? Front post is looking good. Pins are not walking out. Of course, our front detention pin decided to stay inside, and he's saluting us with the one finger. I'm not going anywhere, suckers. By the way, I did communicate all these you know, issues or my suggestions to Palmetto State Armory. They said they already fixed that, and they were looking into the firing pin as well issues after watching the video. So we'll see what is going to happen. The barrel pin is looking perfectly fine, flush, very nicely done. Okay guys, that's it. It was a quick update on the rifle from Palmetto State Armory. Don't forget, we'll do the check for the head spacing right after this episode. So thanks for watching guys, and please let me know if you have any questions. Okay, no-go test on the Palmetto State Armory. 4,000 rounds behind us, and let's see if this baby is still good to roll. Moving forward, and I cannot close it on a no-go, but let me pull it back and let's use what, you know, like a speed now. So boom, and still nothing. So the headspace didn't change, and I think the guys from Palmetto State Armory are celebrating now. Okay, and they are happy. Okay, that's it, guys. Still 1,000 rounds left. We'll see after 5,000s. Bacon!